Thank you, Madam President, dear Ursula. The clock is no longer ticking. After 4 years of collective effort and EU unity to preserve peace and stability on the island of Ireland, to protect the citizens and the single market, to build a new partnership with the UK. Thank you all. Thank you all. This is the work of so many women and men here in the Commission under your leadership, Madam the President, all the services and in particular the EU task force for the Brexit with Clara Martinez and Paulina Dejmek and all the team, and in the Member States, the Council, the European Parliament. I also pay tribute also to the EU-UK negotiating team and the chief negotiator, David Frost, and his deputies. This process has engaged so many citizens, businesses, stakeholders, and obviously so many journalists. Thank you for your patience and for your attention. Today is a day of relief, but tinged by some sadness as we compare what came before with what lies ahead. Le Royaume-Uni a choisi de quitter.
The United Kingdom has chosen to leave the European Union and the single market, to renounce the benefits and advantages enjoyed by member states. Our agreement does not reproduce these rights and benefits. And therefore, despite this agreement, there will be real changes in a few days from now, as of 1st of January, real changes for many citizens and many businesses. And that is the result of Brexit. But we have also built a new partnership for the future around 4 pillars. Firstly, a free trade agreement, an ambitious and fair one, free and fair trade, without tariffs or quotas. And at the heart of this agreement, there will be new rules of the new economic game rules, the level playing field, as we call it, which for the European Union will be the start of a new generation of free trade agreements. Secondly, an economic and social partnership whose scope will be unprecedented. It will cover aviation, road transport, energy, combating climate change, fisheries, where we have achieved reciprocal access to waters and to resources, and with a new distribution of fishing quotas and fishing opportunities, which has been directly agreed, as is only natural, between the President of the European Commission, Ursula von der Leyen, and Prime Minister Johnson, with taking account of Britain's new status as an independent coastal state, that is a state which will no longer be part of the common fisheries policy just a few days from now. This agreement will require efforts, I know. The European Union will support its fishermen and women, will accompany them, and that is our commitment. Our partnership also includes cooperation in the field of research and innovation, nuclear safety, space, in the framework of EU programs. And in this field, our partnership will also include a non-discrimination clause concerning EU citizens, which will apply to visas, to services, and to coordinating social security. And on this point, I have just 2 regrets in terms of our societal cooperation. Firstly, the British government decided not to participate in the Erasmus exchange program. And secondly, the level of ambition in terms of mobility of citizens is not in line with our historical ties, but that again is a choice of the British government. The third pillar of our agreement concerns the security of our citizens, and we've always said that our security, that of our citizens, is not up for grabs. And combating terrorism and crime requires close cooperation between the European Union and this great country, the United Kingdom. We will continue to work together in 8 main fields, and this will entail 2 preconditions. Firstly, respecting fundamental rights and respecting personal data. And in this respect, too, in a very uncertain and unstable world in which we now find ourselves, we regret the fact that the British government has chosen not to, at least for the time being, has chosen not to reach an agreement on foreign policy, defence and development. And then finally, as regards the 4th pillar, the governance of this agreement, it is based on political dialogue and consultation, a binding mechanism for dispute settlement, and credible implementation of our legal orders with provision for sanctions when necessary, including unilateral sanctions, which can be imposed quickly and effectively where necessary. As the President has said, the proposal will be put to the European Council, bringing together the 27 governments and the European Parliament. Over 4.5 years, we have worked together to build this agreement stage by stage. Firstly, the withdrawal agreement, which enabled us to stabilise peace, consolidate peace in Northern Ireland, to protect citizens' rights, to resolve financial issues. And then in full transparency, with mutual respect, and in the spirit of dialogue, we have continued working now for 9 months, which is a very short time span, to reach this partnership agreement for the future, which is unprecedented in terms of its scope and its complexity. Over these 4.5 years, the European Union has shown unity. That is its strength, unity and solidarity between all member states and with the European Parliament. It has been a great honour for me to be part of this European unity.